The main pillar of the Saudi Vision 2030 is to diversify their economy, so it's not become a dependence on the oil. So this is the goal: is using this and leveraging this technology, and this and also which can work in different sectors, will be a key enabler to achieve the Saudi Vision 2030.
Welcome to the NextGen Tech podcast. I'm your host, Rati Kvantaliani. Throughout this podcast series, we will engage with thought leaders in the industry, delving into the perspectives on the latest global advancement in emerging technology, and examining the hurdles and prospects that define their journey to success. Joining us today is Dr. Mejdal Alqahtani, an assistant professor at King Saud University, a member of the board of directors of the Saudi Data Society, and a highly regarded artificial intelligence consultant. In this episode, we dwell into the dynamic AI landscape of Saudi Arabia, a country at the forefront of the global AI revolution. Dr. Alqahtani, thank you for joining us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Ahlan bikum.
Marhabtan.
Let's dive into the first question.
Sure.
Dr. Mejdal, as the AI landscape in Saudi Arabia evolves rapidly, what specific challenges and opportunities do you see in the deployment and utilization of AI technologies? Could you kind of provide insights into how your expertise have evolved to address these current dynamics?
Sure. So as you can, or as you know, the kingdom of Saudi Arabia is investing heavily on the development or enabling the AI technology in the whole kingdom. So this is, I think, starting from establishing an authority is called SADAYA, which is the Saudi Authority for Data and AI. This was established back in 2018, and then they start to see how can we utilize the artificial intelligence and to be a key enabler in the Saudi economy. And this is why we can see a lot of initiatives is coming in Saudi Arabia across different sectors. And also they establish a strategy which is called the National Strategy for Data and AI, to make sure that all the governmental entities also they are approaching the same framework, to make sure that we are bringing the best practices worldwide, to bring it to the kingdom, to make sure we bring the best framework to develop and build the AI technology that can help the citizen. And this is, I think, there are different initiatives is happening, different opportunities open there. And the goal here is how can we utilize, because we have the data and we have the raw data, and we are seeing this data as a national asset. So how can we extract the hidden value in that data? So to make sure that we can get the value, we can bring new services, new products to the people, so they can have the best leverage of this technology. So we can see different application, different opportunities is open there. It's become a very competitive advantage among all the governmental entity and also the companies in the private sector. So to utilize this AI technology in customer services, in healthcare, education, also transportation, logistic. There are a lot of applications we can discuss in our discussion today. This is also bring us to, there are also still some challenges the government is facing, and they are working hardly to overcome those challenges. And one of the challenges that I have seen is the the lack of AI capability, like in general, it's a big issue in worldwide. This is why the kingdom is they build one of the main pillar in the Saudi in the national strategy for data and AI is talent development. So they put different KPIs where the goal is to make sure that those students, even from the primary school, and also the one in universities, also the fresh graduate, the one is employee, also the executives, all those segments, they have the access to learn, to build this kind of future skill. We call it is the future skill, the digital skill, where they can combine it with the soft skill, so where they have the ability to leverage those new technology. And this is one maybe the challenging. The second challenging is that we may see some fragmentation between industry and academia. So this is this is also private sectors. So the government is working hard to make sure we put them all on the same page, so to build such a homogeneous ecosystem where it can be integrated together. So this is what I have seen. Like there are a lot of collaboration is happening last 2-3 years, so where the government start to put all the stakeholders on the same table to build such a workshop discussion to initiate those kind of what are the issues there, or how can we handle, how can we overcome these issues, from even which policies that we should draft, which policies that we have to bring to make sure that the ethical consideration or ethical use of those AI technologies.
Thank you so much. And on the initiatives note, I'm very keen to also understand how advanced is the country, for example, moving forward, when we saw already the establishment of the International Center of Artificial Intelligence Research and Ethics Center, and then the Saudi Vision 2030, which is vital part of this AI deployment and development, and as you mentioned as well, National Strategy for Data and AI. Can you give us more clear understanding how developed is AI kind of industry, and also can you shed light on AI projects that you've led, particularly in sectors like healthcare, smart cities, and their kind of alignment also with this ambitious vision that we have in Saudi Arabia?
Yes, that's a good question. So as I said from the beginning, the kingdom is looking at the AI as a key enabler of the Saudi Vision 2030. And they are looking at this technology as a transformative technology, meaning that this technology is not only focused on one sector, it has an impact on all the sector. So this technology has become a game changer, where when in each sector, they bring not just marginal impact, it's a significant impact. So this is why the kingdom is seeing this impact, and they are trying to make sure bringing both technology and knowledge. So because technology by itself, it's not enough. So this is why they are transferring knowledge from outside, also transferring the technology from outside to the kingdom, and make sure that the citizen, they have good access to such a technology. So back again, there are different initiatives where the kingdom commit to bring. One of them is the AI Summit, which is a big summit where there are more than 10,000 participants in just 2 or 3 days.
It's annual summit, right?
Yes, it's an annual summit. It happens last year, the second one, and the third one is coming soon. So the goal of the summit to bring the stakeholders worldwide on the same table, to bring different topics, different discussion, also announce different type of partnership, collaboration between international international companies and local companies. So it's a big summit, and this is, I think, one of the initiatives that make sure that indicate the kingdom is it's working hard in that direction. Another example, we can see the LEAP. So this is also another big conference where more than 100,000 participants in 4 days, and this is where you can see all the technology in one place, and you can see AI, cybersecurity, digital twin, virtual reality, augmented reality, different companies that is working on cloud computing, quantum computing. So this is the kingdom is leading this sector in the region, and the idea here is to the kingdom is pushing to be the hub of the new technology, including AI and other emerging technology. So back again to your question, when you ask about the project that I was working on. So this is I was working on building a callbot. So we are familiar with the chatbot, with the voice assistant, but the callbot seems it's a more complex technology. So this is why I think so we start from the beginning. To build this kind of important technology, I was working as a AI consultant with a Saudi company called FutureLog, and they are building the first Arabic callbot in the region. So it takes a lot of time. So we there was a big collaboration between a French company and Saudi company, and but the issue was that time. The callbot is able to speak all the language except the Arabic language. Mm-hmm. So this is why there was a big challenge. How can make sure the callbot is able to speak the Arabic language? The resources in Arabic very limited, and this is why we're trying to build this kind of AI engine where is able to understand all the complexity behind the Arabic language. There are a lot of complexity, and there are very limited research, very limited open source models that you can leverage it in Arabic. So this is why it takes almost 2 years to build this kind of to enable the callbot is to speak Arabic. And once we start, like it's last year, like in 2022, so we start to adapt this new technology, the callbot, in different sectors, and especially for the call center. So there are a lot of there are major impact, and the return of investment of this technology is very high and is very fast. So you can see they can speak to people using their own local language. Mm-hmm. The callbot was able to understand different dialect. So this is make the callbot help people, especially for the frequent question, is able to answer those questions, to able to direct people, to guide them, to provide them the right answer. So because some people, they don't like to do to work using a chat, because mm-hmm. sometimes it's not convenient. So you can use the voice technology, and the voice technology enable people to engage and to collaborate, to have a very better discussion, and to get their or to get their services with the minimum number of steps. So I think this was one of the initiatives. Also, we have another initiatives working with the industrial cities, providing those smart sensors. This was working with a company called ATSS, Advanced Telecommunication company, which is a company that is providing IoT services in the kingdom. So we bring a different type of smart sensors in 6 cities in the kingdom, and those sensors are connected with the command center. How the data is transformed, which protocol they use, and how the data is processed, stored, and analyzed, how the data is be presented and visualized. All of this happening in those cities. So the industry city need the goal goal is to convert it to be a smart cognitive cities. So this is two application where I was working closely last 2 years, and there are a lot of other initiatives also we work on. But the goal here is the kingdom. They are promoting those private companies, also promoting. Also the other governmental entities to leverage, to utilize those AI technology to leverage the raw data and make sure that they extract the main value out of this data to bring new product and services where they can do different type of analytics. And the goal here is this technology it has to be a part of the decision making process. Okay, yes. This technology help to change the decision. So from being decision making from being reactive to be proactive. So this is the power of this technology. So this is why the impact and of using this technology is very it has very high potential, and this is why the kingdom is moving to that direction.
You mentioned a lot about collaborations, and it's very interesting part when we talk about AI industry as well right now. And I'm wondering, how is it growing between the collaboration between Saudi Arabia and, on the other hand, regional and non-regional players in the field of AI, especially in shaping the global AI landscape? How do you see, and what positive developments and challenges does it bring to the forefront in the AI development, including models and hardware?
So this is very important steps for the kingdom to make sure that there will be a strong collaboration between the kingdom and other countries that are advancing in different part of the AI technology. So we can see a big collaboration between most of the countries in the kingdom in the world, including US, some of the European countries, and also India and China. So the goal is this is a part of the national strategy for data and AI is the bring. So there was a part for collaboration and investment. So those companies need to come to Saudi Arabia, and the goal is to build an infrastructure where it's become motivated for those companies to come and bring their technology, and so they need to transfer both technology and also knowledge. So this is why we can see different companies, they start to open their branch in the kingdom. So for example, China. So there was a big investment between the Saudi Arabia and China in the field of AI. So there is companies called SenseTime, and this SenseTime is one of the leading companies in China, especially in the computer vision. So they're working in different industry, including healthcare and also transportation and education. So there was a big investment between the PIF, the Public Investment Fund, and the SenseTime, and they announced it back in the AI summit. So there was a big investment. We can see, like they open the SenseTime KSA, and where they are committing to bring the best technology to the kingdom, to enable people there to have the right knowledge, the right skills, to make sure that the kingdom is benefiting from this kind of initiative, and also collaboration and investment. So back again, we can see the same stories with different companies in US, in European, Siemens, Huawei, and other companies. They are, we can see they are coming to the Saudi Arabia. They are bringing their people, their technology to, and also they hiring Saudis. They are trying to build and create a collaborative environment where they can learn from each other, make sure that they are, building capabilities in the kingdom, building an impact, making an impact in the kingdom from those technology. So this is related to the collaboration.
Thank you so much. Very interesting. And regarding also investment is a very, very important part of our conversation. And how is it significant, for example, investments by Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates in NVIDIA chips, for example, for AI development in impacting the global AI landscape? How do you see the country level investments within these kind of companies elevate the AI landscapes? Yeah.
So there are two types of investment. So we have the investment in the software and then also the hardware. So we can see the kingdom is working parallelly between those direction, those two business line, and to make sure we are bringing the best hardware plus the best also software. So this kind of investment, as you mentioned, with NVIDIA, so to provide the AI chips. So this is to provide, make sure that we provide the high computing power capabilities. So this NVIDIA is one of the top technology worldwide, and the goal is how to make sure it's not just bringing them. It's just they're trying to even building them, manufacture it in the kingdom. So this is where we can transfer knowledge and transfer also the technology. So as you know, like the AI need a lot of power, need a lot, it's dedicated GPU and CPU. So this is very important to make sure, especially the hardware that is working with the AI need to have a special specification and special features. So how can we make sure the kingdom have full access to those hardware, where it's very important part to make sure, or to make sure the AI is working well and also maintaining the performance of AI models. So this is the first part. The second part, where I would like to also focus and highlight, is the investment. So the kingdom is expected to bring more than around 135 billion dollar by 2030 from the adoption of the AI technology. Now we are talking about 135 billion dollar, which is which is about 12.4 of the Saudi GDP. So this is the goal of the Saudi Arabia. So one of the main pillar of the Saudi Vision 2030 is to diversify their economy. So it's not become a dependence on the oil. So this is the goal, is using this and leveraging this technology, and and also which can work in different sectors, will be a key enabler to achieve the Saudi Vision 2030. So this is why we see the national strategy for data and AI is focusing on talent development, and also global ranking. So the global ranking, the kingdom is pushing hard to be one of the top 5 countries worldwide in AI. So this is a very ambitious vision. To be one of the top 5 is not that easy. So this is why the kingdom is building capabilities. Not we started from even with the primary kids. So we start to teach them. I was involved in those programs. We're teaching high school, elementary school. So we see a lot of ambition in those kids, those students. They are working hard to learn this new technology, this future skill. So what I see, the kingdom is seeing there is a big investment, and there is directly connected with the GDP, and they see big value out of it. They are now, we can see there places where we can see the some of the initiatives is to bring some of the analytical tool that is able to enable those governmental entities to leverage their data and to do different type of analytics, and those kind of services, I think, will be later on will bring the big value to the kingdom.
Thank you so much. And on the note of projected revenue from AI, as you mentioned, it's $135 billion, right, in AI impact by 2030, which is amazing achievement for Saudi Arabia if it's going to happen. And to continue that narrative as well, a recent study showed that Saudi Arabia is set to be biggest gainer from artificial intelligence in Middle East by 2030. So becoming the Middle East AI leader, what factors such as government support and the need for foreign investment are driving this remarkable growth in artificial intelligence?
Sure. So as we can see, we can see different type of initiatives where the government is investing heavily on it. So one of them is drafting the policies that related to AI. There is one center is under Sadaya, which is called the NDMO, National Data Management Office, where the goal is to build a policies that is related to data governance. So we can see that the data is available; it's everywhere. So each entity, it's either government or non-government, they have access to the data. But how can the government make sure it's used in the right way, in the ethical way? They are doing or bringing the best practices, best framework in dealing with the data governance and data management. So this is why we can see there are policies that is including different sub-policies, including the data privacy policy. It's also including the data classification, data sharing, open data. We can see different type of data transfer. Like there are different policies that is connected to the data governance. So the goal is all the governmental entities, they have to make sure they comply with those control and specification. The one is related to data quality, the one is related to data classification, the one is related to data management. So there are different policies is there. So what the goal is to make sure the technology is maximized, and the AI technology is maximized, and the benefit is maximized, and plus we mitigate any potential risk out of it. So this is why we're building a policy in that part. Like September 14, it was the start of the law called the PTBL, which is the personal data protection law. And it has a lot of details, and that is where the goal is to make sure that the personal data is fully protected, and there is no misuse of those personal data. Also we can see the data privacy. This is part of it, and data security. So we have the National Authority for Cybersecurity, where they are in charge of enforcing the data security controls and specification. The goal, the data privacy and data security, they are both connected to data protection. And the kingdom is committed to protect data, especially the national data. So the goal is to make sure to draft the policies that ensure the protection of those personal and national data. At the same time, how can we benefit? We use the AI technology. We enable those AI tool to make it accessible for everyone, so they were able to use them and to make those tools part of their daily decision making.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of the NextGen Tech podcast. It's been a pleasure exploring the dynamic AI landscape of Saudi Arabia with our guest, Dr. Mejdal Alqahtani. As we move forward in our exploration of emerging technology, we hope you will continue to join us for more insightful conversations with industry leaders. Remember, you can listen to this podcast on your preferred podcast service, and we encourage you to like, subscribe, and stay up to date with our latest episodes. I'm your host, Rati Kvantaliani. Thank you for tuning in to the NextGen Tech podcast. Until next time, take care.